Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. I've pushed myself into a corner. Not really, I'm standing right out in the open. I have just a couple days to accomplish what I think is quite a lot. I told you a couple videos ago I'm building a shelving unit, and that day has come. The problem is I don't have as much time to work on this as I thought that I did. Um, I have a lot of cuts, I have a lot of things to do, and I got to get to it. I'll bring you around and I'll show you. Okay, so this is the plans. This is a big open area right here. There's going to be a cart that rolls in and out of there that I'm not building. Yay. But essentially what I'm doing is building two boxes or rectangles and then just putting shelves in between them. That's how I'm looking at it. That's how I'm going to build it. So one of the problems I'm going to run into right off the rip, and this is a bad design on my part, not with the thing I'm making, just a shop design that I made a mistake on. Um, I forget the measurements, whatever they are, 35, 36, something like that. My table saw sits at a certain height. I built this table to come in just an inch under it, which is fine. Not even an inch, more like a half inch. The problem is I need to come all the way to here, and I did not build my miter stand the height, lower than or the same height as my table saw. This is actually higher than my table saw, which means I'm going to come to here and hit this, and then bad things are going to happen. So I've been racking my brain. How am I going to do this? And I'm going to build a ramp, basically, like Evil Knievel. I'm just going to build a ramp. I'm going to put it under the tabletop, and it's going to come. Here it is right here. Old fence pickets, because someone on YouTube said you should stock up on these because you're going to use them a lot, and I haven't. It's basically going to do that. So the plywood will come off of here. It's going to be screwed into place, and it's going to allow it to slide up so I get all of that room. So I just have to screw these up into place. As soon as I find all of my tools that I put away, my impact gun is in the house. That is so unfortunate. Oh well. Where's the bit for that? I don't see. I cleaned up and I can't find nothing. I'm just going to throw one up here because I don't think it's not going to need much to hold it in place up here. I'm thinking this is my impact gun and I'm using it like an impact gun. That's dumb. In my head, what I'm saying is all making sense, and you folks don't really have a clue what I'm talking about, but it's okay. It's not the ramblings of a madman. They're relatively straight. Sure, looks good on paper. Here we go. Okay. All of this has to be out of the way so that I have enough room. There we go. Okay, drink coffee and I'm ready to throw some plywood up there. Project's done. I can't get out. This thing has to move. I didn't take into consideration the lathe, but it should miss the lathe. I cannot move the lathe. It's screwed to the floor. This is going to go over here somewhere. All right, as long as everything stays on this, we're fine. Ugh. Here we go. What'd I hit? Oh, rubber floor. Yeah. Okay. Well, that worked out better than I thought. Hardest part of this thing so far has been the plywood. Okay. because it's heavy and it's thick and it's hard to work with. And I don't have anybody here with me today. The old wifey poo said she'd help, but she had to run into town. So I'm kind of on my own here. I have to somehow struggle to get this plywood up here. Days like this, I wish I'd have taken up, knitting, something lighter. Once the plywood's up here, I'm going to have to stand over here and probably not even have that much room. Just enough to get to the switch of the saw, and then I don't know. I don't know. Except it's gonna fall over. I don't know if I got it all any longer. I'm not gonna be able to hook up my dust collection. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh, mercy. That sucked. Okay, helper is back. She doesn't really want to be on camera, but it's inevitable. So, okay. This one should be considerably easier. No, because I can't get it. Now, if I set up the new dust collection, you ain't got no safety glasses. I can get this one. Yeah, this is going to be so much easier, this part. Go that way. And we're going to lift it up and over. This is probably, yeah, they are. This is probably why my back hurts today. Now, it's fine. It's fine. We are going to give me that one. It's lower. That one feels like it drops like 6 inches whenever you get off of it. Okay, now I'm going to try and avoid that. That's not going to work. Ah! Okay. Somewhere. This one looks bowed. Now it's probably going to drop off at the back of this too. Easy on my fence. Sorry. It's out a 1/4 inch now. Twice now. Okay. I don't like that one little bit. It's super warped. No, get your hand out of there. There is a tool that's perfect for this. It's called a track saw.
I didn't hit it this time.
Well, that must have been a mistake. Yeah, it's called a track saw. It's really cool. But they're like $100 and some odd for
No,
the
you
cheap
don't
one.
need
Okay.
Give me.
I tried. You heard me. I tried. I feel like every time we put this up, we have the potato chip going that way. See how it's moving away from the fence already?
Yeah.
In hindsight, I should have waxed my table saw before we started this. This is C. Okay, so this guy, the ramps are working beautifully. Yeah. Oh, wiping off the lights. It is still hot in here. Okay, that's the only cuts on that one?
Yep.
218s?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
This is going to be beautiful.
Yeah, if I survive it. Okay, this is a spare piece?
Yep.
Another part of your shoe stand. Folks, project coming up. Shoe stand for the bedroom.
I need a shoe stand. I got
So,
too many shoes.
someone in this place other than me owns 14,762 pairs of shoes.
Plus one.
Plus one. Karen. Karen, we miss you if you're watching. 1, 2, 3, 6.
I like this one.
This is, you can't see it because it's angled away, but I'll show you afterwards. It's almost like it's spalted. Can you get spalted plywood? You shouldn't get spalted plywood. That means there's bugs in it.
I like it.
It's nice. I don't know if I can
Do you
put
want
this.
to cut that side and leave me this side?
Let me see the
This is
wood
a-
cup
It's
optimizer.
just 18. So 30 inches.
So you want to turn this entire thing around?
Yes. Yes. Oh, it's easy. Come on. Because that side's more spalted than this side.
Leave it on the fence. So Amanda, when you're watching this, just know that your mother-in-law
Stole the good part.
stole the pretty part. That's how I got to edit all this out.
18.
Just one shot,
One cut.
18.
Yep.
What does that one do? I don't know what that is. I'm blind feeling for the switch. I know, that's easier said than done. You got to use that belly power. All right, thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Love you. See you later.
All right, go get me some meatloaf rolling. All right, I'm going to shut you guys off for a little. Oh, my.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. There. No dust collection needed. Let me zoom you in here. Here, let me get you over here. That's the dust collection hose that I didn't hook up. And there you have it. Okay, next, I'm working on, where'd it go? Layout D of the optimizer. And this is at 18 inches wide, correct? Because if not, we're good. So I have two shelves that I need to cut off this side of it But kerf of blade, I'm going to work in order down. So the upright needs to be 59 inches. I've gone ahead and marked that. But I can tell you that my problem here is that as big and as bad as this saw is, and I love this saw, it will not cut 18 inches. It'll cut 15. So I'm going to have to flip the board. Why did it stop? Oh. Apparently I hit my lock. That's cool. Okay, so basically all I have to do is cut this. Well, which side was it? This side is not a cut 100% clean. I'm going to try and clean that up. It's inevitable. Anytime you have to flip a board to cut it, it's not, for me anyway, maybe for you, for me, it is never 100% spot on. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm just going to push this against the blade lightly and just go ahead and make a pass. That's pretty good. I can work with that. So now, what am I looking at here? I need 18. No, it's 18 this way. I need 12 and a half. Okay. Nice. Equally as nice. Do that again. Pretty good. That's a spare. This is my shelves. All right, I have about 15 more shelves to cut. You don't need to see all that. One, because I have to figure out which pieces are being cut out of. But just know that I'm cutting shelves, and I'll bring you back in on the next step. Okay, new day. Forgot my hat. Sorry about the hair. It is what it is. I was trying to figure out yesterday what order of operations I should do, whether I should cut all the pocket holes or if I should get these things stained and finished. You heard me talk about that in the off-week video. But as it turned out, I did neither because there was another step that I forgot about, and it involves this. Don't worry, it's not plugged in. I have to edge band all of the things that are the faces, if you will. I've never done edge banding before. And did you know that they don't, well, at least not that I could find, they don't make a pine edge banding. It's pine plywood. I thought, oh, I'll get pine edge banding, everything. No, they don't make it. Don't look for it. So I'm using oak, which there's nothing wrong with that. I've never, like I said, I've never done edge banding. I've watched all the guys on YouTube do it. And what I know is the first step, you have to ask your wife if you could borrow the iron. My wife knows exactly what I'm using it for. The last thing she said was, don't get glue all over it. We'll try not to. So I need to get set up with this. That's my edge banding. I got mine on Amazon. I tried to go to Home Depot. I went to 2 different Home Depots. They didn't have it, even though they said they did. This is 50 foot of edge banding, which I think is going to cover everything. You can get it on Amazon for a really good price. This is an edge band cutter because I don't trust myself with a sharp object to cut the excess off. Now here's something I noticed though. This is actually 3/4 inch edge banding. And so there shouldn't be a whole lot of trim work that I have to do because my plywood is, of course, well, the plywood is not 3/4, it's 27/32 time, you know. Why do they do that? Just tell me it's 3/4, make me happy. So I need to get set up and figure out how I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to start sanding lightly and start staining and coating, but I'll bring you all along for that. I guess right here is where we're doing this. I don't know. Sure, I guess. This is actually, I'm going to have very minimal trim on this. But I guess I got to plug the iron in and get going here. Ow, something's biting me in the leg. That's awesome. And I see a problem. My iron's not going to reach all the way down there. Extension cord. Let's do that. What kind of extension cord? Probably the flimsiest one I can find. On the ground there is where I keep all my extension cords. Whoa, this thing's 20 miles long. This came with absolutely zero instructions. I have no idea what to set the iron on, how long to leave it sit in one spot. I don't know any of that. Sure, I could probably find a video about it, but I learned through doing. I don't have a fire extinguisher out here either. I don't know why that happened to pop into my mind. Sure. I'm guessing that I don't want this to be on a steam setting. This is so much easier. Okay, don't fall. Don't fall. Okay, now I have this gadget. Traditionally, I buy the cheapest tool on Amazon. I didn't this time. I bought the next to the cheapest tool on Amazon. And we'll see how this does, I guess. That goes on there, and then it just slides, right? Okay, interesting development. 50 feet of edge banding was not enough. I'm close, but I have 60 inches and 35 inches. I was short by just two shelves. So I went ahead and ordered some. I was hoping I caught it early enough that Amazon would just bring it today. No, that's not my luck. It's going to be here tomorrow. I got to keep moving on. So what I'm going to do is start sanding everything that's been edge banded, which is everything but two shelves, and getting that in stain, because that's going to be my downfall, is the stain and the poly. I need to keep this moving. Oh, by the way, only cut myself once. Yeah. Here's the thing, folks. When you're cutting down with a razor blade, make sure your finger's not in the way. Right into it. So it's basically like a paper cut that bleeds an awful, awful lot. But that's okay. This is what I have left of the edge banding. I'm thinking about making a headband because I think it would look cool. But I got to get to moving. I'm going to start with these little guys first. I went ahead and cleaned all this off. I don't know why, because I thought I was staining and I'm not. I'm sanding. So let's just do this. This one apparently had a spider in between it and the other one when I set it down. So I got a little spider gut stain there. I'm going to have to take care of that. And I think I'm just going to use a 220 because it's a sanded plywood already. I'm just taking marks and stuff like that off of it. That's the plan anyway. We're gonna plug. Well, you know what? Where'd my extension cord go? Whew. And hopefully the audio from the earlier clip is okay, because I noticed that the microphone died. Didn't know that. Know it now. Is this one working? Yeah. Okay. So hopefully, if not, I'll just cut it out and you won't have to deal with it. You know. So that'll be nice for you guys anyway. I'm gonna have to open some windows because it is starting to get warm. At this point, I'm going to take my labels off because I'm not going to need them. Look out! Okay. It does look nice, I will say that. Here we go. Done sanding. That was horrible. So this is what I got sanded. These 4 panels, that's a spare, don't look at that one. These 4 panels and all of these shelves are sanded, ready for stain. I don't have a good game plan here as to how I'm going to do this. I mean, I just don't. And it's going to be worse when I poly. For these guys here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stain one side. And by the time I get done with the 4th, I'm going to go back and check it. If it's soaked in enough, I'm just going to turn them around and lean them up against there. I did put blue tape here because what I noticed when I was sanding, one of these had a little bit of red ink on it. So I've pulled these boxes out so they're going to lean against the box, not against the red paint. And I guess we just have to get staining. Okay, and there is a sort of a specific stain that you have to use on plywood. That's a lie. There's not. I'm using Minwax Provincial because that's the requested color. I have 1 quart of this, which should be enough, and it's a full quart. Full quart press, full quart. To be honest with you, my biggest concern is that I'm going to drop this can and spill it. I guess I'll just start here. Get her good and soaked. Okay. Everything that I can stain is stained. They're standing rather precariously, but I'm thinking once I close the windows, there ain't going to be no breezes blowing them over. That one's got an attitude. I started with a full quart. I have just enough left to do the 2 shelves that I have to do, and then that's it. I'm going to let these sit overnight. Edge banding is coming tomorrow via Amazon. I'm hoping it'll get here early in the day, but I doubt it. I have 2 things going on tomorrow, so it won't be till tomorrow evening I can get back out here. And then I have to coat all this, and there's that, get away from me. This guy's been, look at him. Do you see him? Look at him. He's looking at me right now. This guy's been bothering me for the past 2.5 hours. Apparently he's getting stoned on the stain. You're trying to sting my board, you idiot. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day. No, it's the next night, actually. So we're doing a countdown now because I have to have stuff done for Friday morning. This is Wednesday night. All of the panels are coated. The edge banding came in. I wish I could show you this one, but it's a little bit wet. I got a little bit fancy. Anyway, I started at, well, I was going to start at 5:30, but then the belt on the dryer broke. So started at 6. It is now 11:15. I'm really tired. I'm going to go to bed now. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, it's a new day. Got some sleep. It's actually it's actually 11:30 in the morning, not at night. Wifey Poo made me a great breakfast. I think she wants me out here all day, or she's covering up for the fact that she picked up her new golf clubs today. One of the two. That's okay. I've been wanting her to get new golf clubs for a while. Hey, got this bad boy out, the old pocket hole Jiggerooski. Last night I did get, as I said, everything coated. So I want to drill the pocket holes now as much as I can anyway. And then put the second coat on it. I know Polly's going to run into the holes, yada, yada, yada. But for the amount that's going to fall in the holes, it's not going to be a problem. I'm not worried about it. And if anything, it's going to hold the screw back a little bit, like a fraction of a fraction. Let's just say I'm not worried about it. Anyway, you know, I always talk about just buying what you need. And I've talked about this pocket hole jig before. I bought this because someone on YouTube told me that I needed to buy this one. There's cheaper ones out there. They do exactly the same job. This is what I started with. Just this little guy. That's what I started with. This was $24 at the time. This was $124. Okay. This one has dust collection. Big deal. I don't hook it up because I don't have a fitting that size. So, anywhoots, that's what I'm up to today. All of my shelves in the shelving unit are set at the same height, all the way across the unit. So the ones in this, the little 12-inch ones here are the same height as the 34-inch ones, or they're the same height as the 9-inch ones. So I have to make sure the screws aren't going to run into each other. So what I'm going to do is on the wide ones, I'm marking that, I'm putting 4 screws per side, and the wide ones at, I think, 4 6.5, or 2 6.5. If you come in the other side, it'll be 2 6.5 because I didn't do the math. And then that way on the smaller ones, I can do like 1, maybe 6, or maybe something like that. Anyway, they'll offset each other. That's my goal. Ta-da! Now, of course, I'll go back and stain those, you know. Don't think I'm going to plug them just because I don't have any plugs and I don't have the time, okay, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead. I have all of these to pocket hole. On the upside, the uprights, I only need 3 pocket holes in one end of them. Not like all of the shelves that are going to have pocket holes on both sides. Once I get through with these big animals, it'll go a lot quicker because the small shelves are just bang, bang, bang. This is the, I was telling you one of them was going to have a door. Tried my hand at a little cutout. This is actually going to set this way, and it's going to fold up. And edge banded around the handle. I'm pretty happy with that. If you're going to do that, maybe don't make this as sharp. I had trouble getting the iron in there for the edge banding. So just something to think about. So not a big fan of water-based polyurethane. I know I've talked about that before too, but it doesn't do anything for the color. It just looks blah. But anyway, all right, I got to get busy. I'll bring you back in hopefully when I'm done with this, because done would be good. Leaving tomorrow. I have nothing today. I have all day to work on this. So essentially what that means is all of the pocket holes cut and second coat put on everything. Okay, that's the goal for today. I found out yesterday that it takes about 3 hours to coat all this. Probably a little bit longer because this neat little stand that I built, I'm not going to be able to use on the finish coat because it's going to be touching it. So I might set up, I have a plan. That's all you need to know. I'll bring you back in when I'm ready for that. Okay, same day. I told you I'd bring you back in when I was done with the pocket holes and all that, and because I suck at YouTube, I forgot to. I did take the extra time to go ahead and find the fitting for the pocket hole jig. It actually made it quicker because I didn't have to clean it out every time. Everything is second coated. I got that done. What time is it? 10 to 7. Okay. I got that done at, I think, 5 o'clock. And then I replaced the dryer belt, which was broken. And we had dinner. And I went to pick up a prescription. And like I said, it's 10 to 7. Everything is done, which is a big relief to me because that means all I have to do is put this together when I get up there. But it's going up in the back of my pickup truck. I don't know what kind of weather I'm going to hit. Thus, the blue tarp of destiny. So basically, I'm just going to wrap this up in a tarp. So I know I'm off camera. That's okay. I'm still talking. Just so if there's any weather, that I don't have to worry about it. Ow. I have 2 tarps. This one is supposed to be 6x8. Huh. Maybe. Huh. It's not 8 this way. Man, what's this one? Let's see what this one says. This says 6 foot by 8 foot. Let's use this one. What does this one say? It don't say nothing. Life is supposed to be easy. Life's never easy. So we will go from the blue tarp of destiny to the dark blue tarp of destiny. Oh yeah, that's more better. Perfect. I need a way to attach this to the wall, and the strip is up there. I just haven't done anything with it yet. This has got to be agonizing to watch. So I'm not going to put you through it. How's that? I'm going to go ahead and get these wrapped up, get them in the back of the truck. I think from this point, I think at this point I'm going to end this video. How about that? Because from here I'm going to be in Pennsylvania for part 2, which is where I'm actually going to start building this, which hopefully should go really easy. So, hey, thanks for hanging around. I know this was a crazy one, and thrashing up until the night before vacation. But thanks for hanging out in the shop today. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.